From clashing with panzers to the high-tech steel of today, witness the epic evolution of Polish tanks, categorized by three major eras. Starting off with one, the interwar era and World War II, 1918 to 1945. Renault FT, manufactured and modified in Poland. These French legends stopped Bolshevik advances during 1920. These tanks formed the heart of the Republic's first armored battalions throughout the interwar era. WB-10. Polish designers built two distinct prototypes for this project. This specific version utilized a full track system to traverse muddy forests and trenches. While domestic, mechanical flaws plagued the heavy machine, leading the Army toward more reliable foreign platforms. Next, TK3 Tankat, Poland's first mass-produced armored scout. These tiny crawlers hid in forests to ambush invaders. Hundreds were deployed to scout borders and bolster infantry units against Germans. Then, TKD. This experimental Polish hunter was an early self-propelled gun. Mounting a light cannon on tanket tracks, it demonstrated how the Army created mobile firepower to defend forests against sudden invasions. TKW. This was a rare experiment that added a rotating turret to a tanket. Most models were fixed in place, so this was a major step forward in design. Ultimately, it did not reach full production. TKS Tanket. This refined scout became the Polish Army's reliable workhorse. Better engines helped crews outmaneuver the invading German Wehrmacht. These small machines stood as the most numerous defense during the dark and tragic September campaign period. 7TP-DW. This variant featured two separate machine gun turrets. It was designed for clearing infantry and suppressing enemy positions. The DW stands for twin turreted in Polish. TKSD. This was a specialized tank destroyer prototype. It carried a 37mm anti-tank gun on a modified chassis. It was designed to punch above its weight class while remaining small and stealthy. 7TP-JW. Polish crews preferred this single-turret hunter. Its Bofors cannon could punch through any invader's armor with ease. JW stands for Jednowy Żawy in Polish. This machine fought bravely while defending besieged Warsaw streets. PZ-ING 130. This was a prototype for an amphibious light tank. It was designed to swim across rivers and lakes without any extra help. It was a very modern concept for the late 1930s. 4TP. This was meant to be a modern reconnaissance tank. It was small, light, and very fast. It was intended to replace the older tankettes with something more capable and better protected. 10TP. Poland's cruiser prototype, aimed for extreme mobility. Using Christie's suspension, it flew across open fields during early trials. This design showed that Polish engineers were racing toward modern warfare. 7TP, the pride of Poland's pre-war armored divisions. It famously pioneered diesel engines for superior reliability on the battlefield. During the 1939 defense, this tank successfully outclassed light German panzers it encountered in direct combat during the first month of conflict. 9TP. Engineers up-armored the 7TP for better survival. This tougher beast was Poland's hope for future jewels. Only few existed when the Nazi invasion halted factory work forever. TKS with 20mm NKM. Behold the legendary cockroach of the Polish woods. Mounting a 20mm cannon let this scout kill Panzer IVs. Roman Orlik used one to defeat several invaders, proving Polish ingenuity could win against heavy enemy odds. Next on the list is 2. The Cold War era, 1945 to 1989. T-34-85. Post-war Poland mass-produced these Soviet icons at Łabędy. They served the People's Republic for many long years. Local craftsmen earned praise for building these machines with better precision than original factories. T-34-85 M1. This was a modernized update for the standard medium tank. It improved the engine and the internal layout. It helped keep the aging design relevant in the post-war era. T-34-85 M2. This second modernization added even more equipment. It focused on better wading capabilities and improved night vision for the crew. It was a solid upgrade for a battle-hardened platform. T-54. This was the next generation of main battle tanks built locally. It introduced a very strong turret and a powerful 100mm gun. It was a major player during the early Cold War. T-55. This was an evolution of the previous design. It added protection against radiation and improved chemical defense. It became one of the most widely produced tanks in history. T-72. This became the standard main battle tank for the late Cold War. It was built under license and featured a massive 125mm gun. It was low to the ground and very hard to spot. Up next, T-72M. This was the export version of the standard battle tank. It was slightly simplified compared to the domestic Soviet models. However, it was still a very formidable and reliable machine. T-72M1. This version added extra armor to the front of the hull. It was designed to better withstand modern anti-tank weapons. It served as the backbone of the heavy divisions for many years. T-72M1D. This was the command variant of the upgraded battle tank. It allowed commanders to keep up with the fast pace of modern armor. It sacrificed some ammunition for better radios. Next, T-55AM Merida. Polish designers built this unique Merida version. It featured advanced domestic fire control and reactive armor. This transformation allowed Poland's older tanks to challenge much more modern threats. T-55AMS. This version was adapted for mine-clearing duties. It carried heavy plows on the front to clear a safe path for other vehicles. It was a vital support tool, any armored advance. The next one, T-72 Wilk. Translating to Wolf, this Polish project modernized aging hulls. It paved the way for domestic armor by testing laser warning sensors and improved reactive protection systems. Let's move on to 3, the modern era, 1990 to present, PT-91 Twardy. Poland's deep domestic overhaul of the T-72 is called Tough. It features air-war reactive armor and dry-war fire control. This tank proved that Poland could build modern armored machines without foreign help. PT-91M Pendeka. This was a special version built for export. It featured a more powerful Western engine and a different transmission. It showed that local tank engineering could compete on the global market. PT-91X. This was an advanced demonstrator for international customers. It included the latest thermal imaging and electronic systems. It was designed to show off the full potential of the platform. Next, WPB Anders. This was a modular, multi-roley platform. It could be configured as a light tank or an infantry fighting vehicle. It was a very forward-thinking and flexible design. PT-91MA1. This was a refined version for domestic service. It focused on small but important improvements to the electronics and crew comfort. It kept the force capable until newer tanks could be purchased. Next, Pleo 01 Concept. This Polish design stunned the world with its futuristic stealth. Its shell absorbed radar waves to hide from thermal sensors. Though a mock-up, it displayed Poland's ambition for future warfare. Next, PT-16. Polish engineers proposed this upgrade to modernize thousands of T-72s. It featured a NATO standard 120mm gun. This project aimed to integrate Poland's armor fully into Western alliances. PT-17. Developed alongside other modern projects, this version focused on high-tech sensors. It was intended to offer a massive boost in accuracy and awareness. It was a joint effort with international partners. Next, T-72M1R. This is a recent update for older tanks in the inventory. It adds thermal sights and modern communication systems. It is a cost-effective way to keep these vehicles ready for action. Leopard 2 PL. Polish industry modernized these German beasts for the current century. Adding modular protection and electronic sights, it remains Poland's most powerful heavy hitter against any modern threat from enemies.